There we go. All right. Whew, how are we doing now? If we're here, we are over here. There we go. Let's do that. Okay. We are going to be counting on the abacus. So here is my number. Can't see the number. Where's the number? There's the number. So our number is 5,630. So here's my abacus. I'm going to put 5,630. It's a little dark. There we go. So we did 5,000. 5,000 is what? 5. So all the top beat is a value of 5. Hopefully you guys can hear me. So we have 5 and then we have 6. What number are we doing? We're doing this number over here. We do 5,630. So we live 5,630, 5,630. 1, 2, 3. Now if you notice, the top beat is a value of 5. The bottom beat is a value of 1. So when we put together like this is now 6. So this is 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3. So when I color in the abacus, where I do 5,000, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3. Then we go down to our next number. Our next number is 8,261. When we're looking, we have 8,261. I'm just readjusting. Hello, everybody. Hello. Hello, the Corona family. Welcome. Welcome. Thank you so much for sharing my live. I see you. All right. 8,000, that's what 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 means what? The top beat is 5. The bottom beat is a value of 1. 1, 2, 3. We have 2, 1, 2, and then 6. 5, 6. The top beat is 5. The bottom beat is a value of 1, and then we have 6. So we have 5, 6, and then this is 1. So when we write it, when we color it in on our abacus, it'll be 8,000, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 2, 1, 2. We have 6, 5, 6, and then 1. Notice the 2 is over here below the reckoning bar. The 6 is one bead on top and one bead, so there's a reckoning bar between the two beads. So when we're looking, we're noticing that the reckoning bar is what counts our digits. Hey, Panda! Hello, Jose. Yes, thank you. 8,261. Well done. Well done. So then our next number is 4,481. You're here early. Nope, 61. No, 81. 4,461. No, 4,481. So we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 8. 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 1. Notice none of the top beat on these ones are added, so that means that these are 4. If this was added, then this would be 9. If this was added, it would also be 9. If the top beat was added, then it'd be 6, but they're not added. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 4,004. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 1. Welcome. Hello, TikTok Tea. How's it going? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we're going to do 3,629. How did I get that? We do 3, 1, 2, 3. We have 6, 5, 6. We have 2, 1, 2. And then we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Early live. You know, I'm trying to be on time live. I'm trying to be on time live. I was like messing around with the book, but the problem is I got to start figuring out the books. The problem with the books is that I need to figure out like how to name the new book that I'm trying to get. So, did you say 6? I did say 6, 7, Braid. I feel like math on abacus makes you smarter. Yes, actually, math on the abacus makes it easier. I'm telling you, it makes it so easy. It's so easy. Yes, the blue bead is always a value of 5. Yes, well done. So, Panda, thank you, Panda. We do 4, 3, 8, 0, 7, 3, 5, 5. So we're doing a little bit more advanced because Panda had asked a question. But Panda, do you remember all these things? Let's see. We do 4,000. We do 4,380, and that's a 0. So what are we going to do first? We're going to do the 7. 7 plus the 10 plus 7 is equal to plus the 10 minus 3. Plus the 10 minus 3, add the 3. Plus the 3 is equal to plus the 5 minus the 2. Plus the 5 minus the 2. We're going to add the 5 right here. Plus the 5 is equal to what? Plus the 10 minus the 5. Plus the 10 minus the 5. And then add the 5. Oh my goodness. So the answer is 11735, comma. Panda. All right, we're going to go back. That was a good one. I freestyled math right there. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we need to understand how to read the abacus. We just kind of jumped ahead a little bit because Jose had asked this question. So let's go back. So we do 3,629. We do 3, 1, 2, 3. We do 6, 5, 6. We do 2, 1, 2, and then 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Thank you, Lily. Coming to the coming in at the end made my head spin. Yeah, it wasn't meant to be. I get the number system on the abacus. I don't get how you added and subtracted it. That we'll get into a little bit. For right now, we're going to be learning how to add and right now we're going to learn how to add and count on the abacus. Once we figure that out, then I can tell you how we added and subtracted. But the first thing we want to do is make sure that everybody understands how to read the abacus, how to count on the abacus. So I do 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we have here. So thank you everybody for joining. Thank you everybody for joining. For those of you that are interested, I do sell this abacus available in my TikTok shop. Hello. Hello everybody. My name is Lynette and I've been teaching abacus for about 20 years now. For those of you that are interested, I do have books available in my TikTok shop. I also have books available here. My name is Lynette. Hello everybody. Okay, so Lily, if you want to stick around a little bit longer, we will go into how to add and subtract in a little bit. But for right now, we're learning how to count on the abacus because I'm not sure how many people are here that know how to read the abacus. Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you everybody for joining. So what I have here is 3, 1, 2, 3. We have 6. The top beat is 5. The bottom beat is 1. And then we have 2, 2, right? 1, 2, and then 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then our next number is, I don't. That's fine. Keep on stepping. So we have 5,254. So we have 5,000. The top beat is always 5. We have 2, 1, 2. We have another 5 up here, and then we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, hi, Adina. Welcome back. Welcome back. Jose was able to filter out some people that got scared. All right, so we do 5,000. We have 5,000. The top beat is 5, and the bottom beat is 2. And then we have another 5. The top beat is 5, and then we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, I don't know how to read. Oh, Eli. I thought you were saying that you didn't want to stick around. Okay, let's take it step back. Thank you so much for clarifying, Eli. All right, so what are we doing? Let's do a little review. Here we go. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. The top bead, the bottom bead. This is the reckoning bar. All these beads that are touching this reckoning bar is being counted. So when we look, we have 4. This is 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. These are all zeros. So we have 5. The top beat will always be 5. And then we have 6, 7, 8, 9. So here, how would we work the number 10? 10 is exactly what 10 looks like. 10 is a 1 and a 0. 1 in the tens place, 0 in the 1's place. Does that make sense? So when we're looking, we're learning to read the abacus. When we see it, we go 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. But then it all depends on the place value. We have our ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and 10,000s. Why do I skip? Oh, good. KC Wilson, thank you so much. The reason why is because if you notice, I have this label. This label is my ones place. Because I have a ones place in my label, then everything else would be my decimal. Hey! Oh my goodness. Is that Tammy? So here we have our decimals. We have our we have our tenths and our hundredths. Now, if you notice, there's another one here. The way the abacus is grouped, right? This is a grouping. And so we have our ones and we have our thousands. Well, of course. So if I choose this one to be my ones place,
Come on, I choose you.
I can actually move everything over and I do this. So I have my ones, my tens, and then I have my hundreds, but I have no more room for hundreds. So that's why I would choose this one over here. But let's stick with this one. Let's say with this one is my ones. Guess what? Then I have all of this to be my decimal. So when I look, I can do 0.00000. What does that look like? Well, it looks like this. So for those of you that are interested, we have 0.00001. That's what that looks like, right? Or we have, if I choose this one to be my ones, I have 99,999.99. So what does that look like? 99,999.99. Hello, everybody. Oh, hey, Wyatt. Welcome back. Yes. Hello. Hello, everybody. My name is Lynette. We are learning how to read the abacus. So does that make sense, Eli? Right? That makes okay? Lily, we're okay now? So what are we doing? Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Okay, we're going to continue on. We're learning how to read the abacus. So here we have 1,981. So on the abacus, we do 1,981. So I'm going to color in on my abacus. Hello, Demon. Hello, Chaya. Thank you. Thank you, Eli. Thank you, Eli, for understanding and being patient. I do appreciate it. Because sometimes it's just like, comments is just difficult to understand if they're trolls or not, And so thank you for being patient with me. So we have 1,981. That's what that looks like. And then we're going to continue on. We have, now it's easier to read, right? People are able to understand. Whoa. That didn't make sense. Where's my...
I can see everything.
So we have, next one is we have 2,236. So we do 2, 1, 2. We have another 2 over here, 1, 2. We do 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 6. Top beat is 5, plus the 1 is 6. So we have 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then 6. 5, 6. Welcome to Abacus. First time seeing this. And I was a math teacher. Oh, hey, Flip. You are or you were a math teacher. You're not a math teacher anymore? We have 7,540. 7,567. We have 5. We have 40. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 0. Because we have 0, what we're doing is none of the beads are being none of the beads are touching the reckoning bar. So that would be considered 0. We don't need to. Oh, is that okay? 7. So we do 5, 6, 7. We do 5. We do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 0. Everybody join. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Please, if you keep your mind open.
Now, open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
Abacus is not new, but it is different. It is very different than mainstream math classes. So if you can keep your mind open to something different, I can show you the way.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
So we do 5,825. We have 5,825. The interesting thing about the abacus is that it does provide a visual representation of the numbers that we have, and we don't have to think about what we're trying to add, which is very interesting because it leaves room for having bigger concepts such as trying to find the interest rate. But the first thing we're going to do, and then I'm going to also show you how simple it is to add and subtract on the abacus. But there's just a few things that we need to know. The few things that we need to know are these things called formulas. The formulas are considered pillars of adding and subtracting. So our next number is 8,901. 8,901. That's what we're doing. So when I'm done with this, it will be your turn to let me know what the numbers are. So I hope you guys are paying attention because it will be interesting to see how everybody got it. Thank you, Lila. Yes, thank you. Hey, I got it before you. Oh, hey, that's fantastic. That's pretty good. All right. I'm interested only with the abacus though. All right. So we do that number, this number, that number, this number. So we have our 5,400 48. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we are almost done. So we have our last one. We have 2,495. This is not the test. I will give you the test in a little bit. I'm still showing you what we're doing. So the idea is you're going to look at the beads and you're going to tell me what it is. So my answer is 2,495. 2, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 5. All right. We are done. I still don't understand this. Okay, braid. When you're looking at it, if we focus on here, do you understand that this is 1? When the beads are touching the horizontal bar, it is considered 1. Wow. Thank you. Braid, did this make sense? It seems very complex. It's easy to follow. It is easy to follow. It's like super easy. All right, so you got that. So if I did this, what number is that? Do you know? Simple to use, easy to understand. I'm obsessed with this method. Me too. Good. Good, Braid. So you know how to read it. Thank you, Eli. Welcome. Yes. So if I do this, what number is that? Good job, Lily. Good job. Is it vibin? I think it's vibin. 5. Yes. Well done. Good, Lily. Thank you, Eli. Thank you. Wonderful TikToks. Thank you, Chris. Hey, Chris. Welcome back. So, where is braid? Braden. Ah, see? That would be, so if that's 5, this would be 6. 5 plus 1 is 6. 5 plus 2. 5 plus 2 is 7. 3. 5 plus 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, right? I'm so confused and I want to learn. Hold on, Joker Man. So we have 4. Does that make sense, Braden? So we have 9. 5 plus 4 is 9. So pay attention to each individual column. Don't look at it as a whole. When we look at it, we're looking at every column by itself. We do one column at a time. That's how I get my numbers, okay? So when I'm looking, I only look at this number. When I see this one, 2,000, I'm only looking at the 2,000 column. That's all I'm looking at. So I do the 2,000, and then I go to my 400. Okay, 400 looks like that. And then I do 95, 90, right? And then 5. So you look at one column at a time. Does that make sense, Braden? Thank you, Darvin. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Did that make sense? So, Joker Man, we're going to do a little review. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's why I had the columns, and every column had a place value. So when I do 10, 10 looks like this, just as how we write 1 and 0. So we have 1, wait, 10, 20, 20, 30, 30, 40, 40. Super easy. Okay, good. Now it's your turn. I'm getting hypnotized with these. All right. What is next? It is your turn. It is your turn. I'm not showing you the answers. Oh, can't show you the answers. Where is my... Here it is. Okay. Here we are. Here we go. Making sure you guys don't cheat. All right. What are we doing? We have 4 digits, right? This is our this is my thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones. I put on my abacus. Thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones. What number do you think that is? I've always, hey, da 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 na 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 na. Or do you like the police? Thank you, Chris. Yes. Whoa, almost. Yes, it is 8. We have 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 7. 5, 6, 7. We have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have 7. 5, 6, 7. Almost, almost. Well done, everybody. So we have 8,747. That's the one. Let's put a pin in it. All right, what are we doing? Oh, we got to do this one. Okay. 8. There we go. So we got to go this way. So that's what this number looks like, right? Just so you guys can see. And I'm going to color in my maze, and then we have our next number. Hello everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. What we're doing is we're learning how to read the abacus. I don't have this book yet available in my TikTok shop, but I do have others. What are we doing? We are doing this number. What number is that? What number is that? That's crazy. Okay, cool. Yeah, good. Dullest tool in the toy box. Are you sure? I don't know, because you were the first one to be able to get that number. I don't think you're the dullest. It's Miss. Hello, Miss. Thank you, Demon. Yes, it is 155. Well done. Well done. Well done. Thank you, guys. Thank you. So we have our number. That's what that is. And then we go up here. Oh, can't see. Okay, what number do we think that is? We have our thousands, our ones, our hundreds. I'm sorry. Our thousands, our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. What number? Yo side. Well done. I'm glad you're on my side. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yo side. Yes. Oh, almost Miss. It's Miss P, almost, because 6 would be like that. So 3, 6, 7, 5. When we're looking at it, we don't want to have the top bead. The top bead is not touching the horizontal bar, the reckoning bar. It's only just the 1. Thank you. Thank you. Wow, you guys are good. Oh, Bubble, 20 is not that. 20 looks like this. 3, 1, 2, 0. When we're looking, it's actually 7. That's what 7 looks like. 5, 6, 7, and then 5. We have to remember that there's the top bead. The top bead is a value of 5. When the top bead touches the reckoning bar, then it's being counted. So we have 3, 1, 7, 5, 6, 7, and then 5. Almost. Very close. Almost. Almost. So we have 3,175. It's late. Okay, good night, Demon. I hope to see you in my next live. Thank you. Good job. So we have our next number. We have our thousands, our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. How are we doing? How are we doing? Thank you, Adina, for sharing my live. Yo, Sai, thank you so much. Yes, well done. It is. It is 9,000. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, 0, and 0. Well done. Well done. Thank you, Lily. Thank you, Dullest Tool. Yes, good night, everyone. Oh, good night, Adina. It's almost midnight maths. I have to go to sleep. Yeah, I try to get here early. Maybe I'll try to get here even earlier for you guys. For those people who are on the east side, I will try to be. I'll try to be here a little bit earlier, because it's still 8 o'clock for me. Well, 8:30 now. Okay, so we have our thousands. We have our thousands. We have our hundreds. We're at tens, and we have our ones. Thank you, Yo Side. Teaching. I wish my kids went to school you teach at. I actually don't teach at a school. I teach online. I can tutor. I can teach math with an abacus. That's what I do. I teach math with an abacus. Yeah, I'm like midnight maths. Oh yeah. No, I understand, Adina. And I try to get here early because I understand there's a lot of people on the other side of my world. Reading the abacus is simpler than I thought it would be. Yes, it is, Bubble. Yes, deceptive. I'm always teaching. Early morning, late night. I'm trying to get in the middle as well. Thank you, Bubble. Yes. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 1, 7, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well done. Well done. So that's what that is. And that's my dog. I don't know if you guys can hear my dog. She's a little crazy. All right. Here we go. Here we go. I guess she feels neglected because I'm always on live. Thank you. See, I can't believe you're the dullest tool in the toy box. But that's pretty good. Almost, actually. It is not 2, it is 6. Thank you, Lily, right? Because we have 5, and then we have 6. 5, 6, and then 0, 0. 2 would look like that. That's what 2 would look like. So we have 5,600. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Oh, there it is. 500, 600. Do you ever teach the horizontal? I do not, actually, because it is not, it's not very popular. Do you have the horizontal abacus? Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. And also the concept of the horizontal abacus is a 1-to-1, whereas on the Japanese abacus is a formula based. There you go, dullest tool. Yes, thank you, Bubble. That all that type. Yeah, I know, right? People are typing really quick. I got, yeah. You know what? Oh, you know what? Oh my God, this is so much fun. Oh, thank you, Lily. Samantha, if you really want to modify it, you can actually modify it. So you have the one from the IKEA. What I would do is I would tape it. I would tape 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'd have like 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? This would be your horizontal bar, horizontal abacus. And what I do is I do it again, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep 5 loose, and then I would tape the rest. I would tape 5 at a time. Where's my other one? So, hey, Jeremiah. So that's what I would do, Samantha. So then when you're done with this, what do? Then you can actually flip it like this. So now you can actually use it like a soroban. Does that make sense? And then what I would do is I would have a piece of string. I need a string. I'm going to use my mouse. And then you have a string that goes like this. And then you can actually mimic. Oh, my God. And then you can actually mimic the soroban. So when we have it, you could do, what is it? 5, 5. Does that make sense, Samantha? So we have 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10. I'm sorry. Keep that there. Yeah. And then we can do it again. Soroban. Yeah, it's a Japanese abacus. Japanese abacus. Soroban. Yep. Samantha, did that make sense? Yeah. You can, yeah, you're not a problem. Not a problem. And so it would be kind of a little funny, but since you already have the IKEA one, you can modify and then use all my worksheets. My worksheet is all very specific to the Japanese abacus. Yes, yes, it is Soro. Where's my mouse? Yeah, hold please. Yes, it exactly what I said. Soroban. Soroban is a Japanese abacus. There is another one called the Swapan, but that's a Chinese abacus, and I don't teach that either. I just teach the Japanese abacus. Yeah. Thank you. Can you explain how this works? Oh, thank you. Do any of the workbooks show you how to add and subtract? Yes. Is it for you, Lily, or is it for your kid? Why is so many people saying the greatest number of 9 and everything repeats after 9? Exactly, right? Is that, I don't know. I think so, right? So when you look, you're absolutely right, Eli. 999. So yeah, it's a great. And then you know what? You know what? Here's another thing, which is really cool. If I can find it, there's in school there were the kids are supposed to memorize, like they're supposed to memorize how to make a 9. They're supposed to memorize how to make a 9. Here, let me show you. Let me show you a little bit. If it's for you, okay, then you know what I would do is I would pick up my pick up the +5 book. If you don't want to do the reading, if you don't want to do the mazes, if you don't want to do the mazes, Lily, you can start with the +5, and then we start going into the -5. Hello, live with laughter. Welcome. So, Eli, look at this. So if I do 8, right? I do 1 and then 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. I just add it together. And it doesn't make sense. I don't know why they need to memorize it. So if I do 2 and then I do this, right? Do you see that? The 7, 5, 6, 7. I bring it together. I've already see that's 9. I don't need to memorize that 2 and 7 or 9. If I look at it again, I have 3. Notice I have 5, 6, and I bring it together. There's my 9. And then I get it again. I do 4. I do 4 and then 5. Guess what? 5. I already have my 9. Bam! Right? Crazy. Yes, exactly. Thank you. It's infectious. I do enjoy talking about the abacus. The mazes are only just to read the abacus. I have 4-digit, 3-digit, and 2-digit. But if you don't want to do any of that, that's fine too. And so when you look, this one actually starts into understanding how to add and subtract. And so we start going into understanding the concept of adding 4 and so forth. And this is also available in my TikTok shop. It is also available in my other one too. I know, right? It's so. But you know what? You know what? Abacus makes learning. Abacus makes learning math. Abacus makes adding, subtracting super easy. It's like crazy easy. It's like crazy. What's the purpose of an abacus? The specific purpose of an abacus is just to show you the numbers. That's it. Oh, thank you guys so much for the checking in and the garland. Yeah, it's crazy. Hello, P. DDY. I'm sorry. So the purpose is just to track your numbers, is just to visualize your numbers. That's all it is. That's all it is. Hey, Diaz Gamer, the happy is going to be perfect. I'm connecting them. Yeah, how am I feeling today? Pretty good. Pretty damn good. Thank you so much for asking. Okay, so we're going to continue on. We're going to continue on learning how to read the abacus. Let's continue on because I do have a full list of things that we need to accomplish. What is it? Because I need to get you guys to understand how to add and subtract. Can you multiply and divide? Yes, you can. You can multiply and divide on the abacus. It all depends on how far we get. So, if for those of you that are interested, my name is Lynette, and you can find my books on the TikTok shop or over here. What we're doing right now is we're learning how to read the abacus. We're going to go into understand how to move the beads, and then we'll go into adding, subtracting, multiplication, and division. Is it possible to divide? I might be able to use it during my junior high school. You could, but you have to really know your multiplication facts. If that makes sense. Junior year of high school. I don't know if it's, I don't know if you're taking algebra, geometry, or any of that higher math, then the abacus will not help you, Bubble, just so you know. Abacus is only for adding, subtracting, multiplication, division. That's the only thing it is. Yeah. If you're looking for algebra, I know a person. If you're looking for somebody to help you with algebra, I know a person. I don't do algebra. I apologize. I don't do algebra. I only do adding, subtracting, multiplication, and division. Usually it's for the younger kids. I do go into multiplication and division. But the biggest thing is understanding how to use it as a tool. You could find the interest rate with an abacus because, again, to find the interest rate, you're just subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. So you can do that. I tutor all the higher maths. Oh, good. Yeah. The simple forms of math. Oh, yes. Thank you. It is 7, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 1. Well done. Yo, side. Yes, that's it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. So we have 7, 5, 6, 7, 5, 5, 6, and then 1. That's what we're doing. So that's what 7,561 is. Yeah. And then we have this number over here. We have hundreds, thousands, and what are we doing? I see the kids using hands. Do you teach that as well? I do, but I don't push it. It kind of happens naturally when you start learning abacus. Oh, thank you, yo side. Pin. There we go. Yes. 200, 1, 2, and then 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 0. Well done. Well done. Don't look at me. Hopefully you guys can connect. Thank you for teaching me this. I hope to see you again. I hope to see you again too, Eli. Thank you so much for being patient. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much for being patient. Okay, so 280, and then hopefully by then you can get into some adding, subtracting, multiplication, and division. But let's see what we can do. So we have our thousands, our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. What number do we think this is? Whoa, see? Good job. Good job, yo side. Thank you, Tool. Thank you, Murdoch. DB Murdoch. Thank you, Bubble. Okay. So we have 9,988. And then we have this number. We have our hundreds, tens, and ones. What number do we think that is? Thank you. Wow, you guys are fast. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Bubble. Thank you, yo side. Thank you guys for checking in. It's detected the live couldn't appear in the chat in the past. I think this is incorrect. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Hi, Kyler. We have 7, 5, 6, 7. We have 6, 5, 6, and we have 7 again. 5, 6, 7. So for those of you that are interested, please keep your mind open to something different.
Now, open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
So what we're going to do is we're going to understand how to read the abacus. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. We have 6, So this is 5. The top bead is always 5. Anytime the beads are touching the reckoning bar, that's what's considered counted. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Notice that none of these beads are touching the reckoning bar, so that means that these are not counted. These are all zeros. This is 9. After 9 is 10. That's what 10 looks like. 10 is exactly how we write. It's a 1 and a 0. So that's what 767 is. So then we're going to go into our next number. Oh, and this is the end. Yeah. See, I told you. Easy, right? Easy, right, Kyler? So when we look, we have our next number. We have our thousands, our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. Just order the book. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Lily. Yes, did you want to see the full book? Yes, 9,922. Did you want to see the whole book? And then, okay, here we go. Here, just so you know, we only talk about how to make a 5. Okay, we're going to jump ahead. And this is what I'm going to do. So, because we're jumping ahead, we're going to understand how to make it, and then you'll understand, like, the way the book is, it was meant for kids, but the idea was to give you practice as well. So the idea here is we need to understand how to make a 5. This is a friendship beads, and then here is the cats in the tree. The cats in the tree, there are 5 cats in the tree. Good night. Oh, good night, Bubble. Thank you for joining. I hope to see you in my next live. I have word problems, and then I have more cats in the tree. Here, there is, if you notice, there's a missing cat. The missing cat means that you need to figure out what the missing number is over here. We need to understand what? We need to understand that the 4 and the 1 are friends. 4 and the 1 is what makes the pair. So when we're looking, when we're looking, here it is. There's a concept that I'm trying to teach you. The concept is 1 plus 4 is equal to 5. So here's the question. The question is 4 plus 4. Now, if I do 4 plus 4 on my abacus, I need to understand 4. Because I can't add another 4, what am I going to do? Well, I need to add a 4. Well, before I do that, let me show you. I have 4 on the abacus. I have 4 on the abacus, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 pennies, right? That's what 4 is. Now what I need to do is I need to add the 5. Because I need to add the 4, I have no more loose beads. Because I have no more loose beads, I need to do what? I need to give you a 5. This 5 cents is going to make it more than enough, but that's too much. I only need to give you 4. I need change back, so I need to subtract the 1. So my final answer is 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. So bring down the 5. Yes, thank you, Chris. Bring down the 5. So we could do it again on my abacus. Add the 5, take away the 1. So again, what are we doing? We're learning this concept. The concept is making sure that we understand that when we want to add the 4, it's plus the 5 minus the 1. That's what the formula is. The formula is plus the 5 minus the 1. Why? Because we're understanding a concept faster than counting up. You don't need to count up. What you do in mainstream school, right, is you have 4 here, and then you get another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then what do? You have to count. Here's my 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. But in abacus, we don't do that. What we do in abacus is we need to understand how to do compensation. So we could do it again with the 3. So if I have 3 on my abacus, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to give you 4. But I don't have any more loose beads. I have no more loose beads. I have to give you this 5. This 5 is more than enough, but that's too much. So I need to compensate. I need to balance my equation. So I have to minus the 1. So I take away the 1. My final answer is 7. 5, 6, 7. I could do it again. Thank you, Lily, right? I can do it again with my abacus. Add the 5 minus the 1. And so you can do it again. So that's the first part. Then if you notice, abacus world, what we do is we focus in on the add-in, right? The add-in is the 4. We focus on the add-in. We don't focus on the result. We don't focus that this is 5. We don't focus that these make 9. We don't need to focus that. What we need to do is we need to focus whether or not we can add the 4. Right? So we could do it again with the 3. What does that mean? Well, again, if I put 3 on my abacus, and then I need to add another 3, guess what? I don't have any more loose beads. I have a nickel. This nickel is going to let me pay for 3, but that's too much. I need change back. So what do I do? Lily, what do I do? What number do I take away? Because what do you notice? If I want to add the 3, I have to compensate and take away the 2. So thank you, Lily. So I take away the 2. And my final answer is 6. 5, 6. We're not memorizing our doubles. What we're doing is we're understanding the concept of how to utilize a 5. Why? Because on my abacus, I need to figure out how to make this work for me. So I'm going to add the 5, take away the 2. And my final answer is 6. Right? So we could do it again with the 4. Right? 4. 4 on my abacus. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we want to add the 3. Again, to add the 3, I'm going to utilize my 5. Whoa, can't see. I'm going to utilize my 5. So as much as you add the, So as much as you add, you take away. Exactly, exactly. And so when you're looking at it, we're balancing the equation. I give you the 5, but that's too much. I need to take away the 2. I only need the 3 from this 5. But in order to balance the equation, I need to take away the 2. Yeah, exactly, exactly. And then it's the other way too. Take away the 2, or add the 2, take away the 5. Add the 1, take away the 5. Take away the 4. So it goes into the next one, right? Add the 2, take 3 away. Add the 1, take 4 away. Does that make sense, Lily? So just so you know, I know. Then what I did is the rest of the book is about practicing and making automatic. So I have color by number, I have a maze, the mazes, and then I do a hidden word, right? And then there's word problems, and then again there's color by number, and then there's mazes, just so you know, right? And then when we look, there's a tic-tac-toe. I give you a little bit more numbers. So try not to do it in your head. Try to do it on the abacus so you could see the numbers work. Does that make sense? So try to do it on the abacus to make sure you understand how it works on the abacus. The numbers are really easy, but for right now, that's what I have. Does that make sense? Okay, good. And so I try to make it as simple and yet a little bit that you have to, you should try to do it. And then, try to do it on the abacus. And then if you're interested, I do have the answers in the back in case if you got it wrong. So thank you so much if that's what you want. But it does not come with an abacus. I apologize. It does not come with an abacus. That would have to be sold separately. Okay, so wait, you take away the number. Yes. So when you look, the abacus will give you the final answer. The abacus will give you the final answer. So you don't need to worry about what the final answer is because the abacus will do it for you. So if I did this one right here, right? If I did 2, if I did 4, all I need to do is I need to know that I have to add the 5, take away the 3. And then I look at my answer, and my answer gives me 6. So thank you so much for the purchase. Thank you so much for the purchase. So, and that's the rundown of the abacus. That's the rundown of the book that you just got. And then I also provide a video. You just sign up for that. Yeah. And I try to make it interactive for the kids. So the idea for this was to have the kids starting from 4 to 7. All right. So happy I didn't learn this way. Okay, Lily. I finally... Oh, really? Don't look at me? Yeah, I just kind of jumped ahead because Lily purchased a book, and I want to make sure that Lily understood what the book was inside the book, just to make sure that it was an informed decision. You know what I mean? So, good, Lily. I hope to see you soon as an abacus master. All right. So for those of you that are interested, we're going to continue on with the path of understanding how to move the beads. Thank you, Lily, for the purchase. I do have the abacus. Oh, wait, before you go, I do have 2 sets of abacus. I have the colorful abacus, which is 7 columns, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or I do have the 13 column abacus. Now the reason why I would have the 13 column abacus is because this would be helpful for doing multiplication division because you have more room to hold your numbers. This one is suffice for just adding and subtracting. But when the numbers get bigger, like on multiplication and division, it'll be a little difficult to do it on that. It is up to you. A lot of people get the colorful one first, and then they graduate to the 13 column one. But you can do exactly the same thing on the small abacus as you can on the big abacus, just so you know. All right. So thank you, Dee, for the rose. Okay, so how are we doing? Let's go back. Let's rewind a little bit. For those of you that just joined, thank you so much for joining and being patient. I was just doing a little bit of a flip through to make sure that people understood what was inside the book. So when we're looking, we have our numbers. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. After 9 is 10. Well, how do I know? Well, if we look, every column is a place value. So we have our ones, our tens, our hundreds, our thousands, and our 10,000s. So this is 10. This is 11. Just as we write 1 and 1, that is what it is. It is 11. And then we can count 12, 13, 14, and then 15. Does that make sense? So then we have 16, 17, 18, 19, and then 20. 20. That's 2 and a 0. I love all the eye candy and this is the content we actually want. Thank you, Ted. I hope so. So please let me know if I've talked too fast, because I know I talk really fast. Because I get really excited when people join in and they want to learn how to use the abacus. Thank you, everybody, for joining. My name is Lynette, and please keep your mind open.
Now open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
Thank you for the follow, Josh and Chloe. Okay, we're going to continue on. Now, if you notice that the way the abacus is with an edge. Because there's an edge, you want to use your fingers to just move it up and down. Be gentle, right? You don't need to be aggressive. You don't need to be very aggressive, right? Because if you do, then you're going to mess up your answer. If you mess up your answer, then you got to start all over again. What you want to do is, let's say we have this, and don't flick. Because what happens is...
And flick. Oh, you flick too hard, damn it!
If you flick, you get the wrong answer again, because all the beads will move. So the other two are yes, HG. Yes, it is the decimals. So when we look, our number, we have our ones over here. Our decimal sits between our tenths and our hundreds. So when we have our tenths and our hundreds, if you choose this one as your ones place, if you choose this one, notice that there's this one. So then it will tell us the label of our thousands. So we have our ones and our thousands. That's our grouping, right? So we have our ones and then their thousands. Our thousands where our comma sits. However, if you choose this one to be your ones place,
Pokemon, I choose you!
then you move everything over, and now we have our ones. We have our ones, our tens, and our hundreds. And there we are. So when we're looking, now we have all of this to be our decimals. We have our tenths, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, and 100,000s. So when we have it written out, we can have a really small number like this. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can make it better. So if I have my number like so, we have our 0 point, right? 0.00001. That's what that would look like. Now it's a really small number, right? But then that's why I choose this one over here.
Okay, Charizard, I choose you!
So then I move everything over and I go like that. So, like that. So then we could do, oh no, sorry, wrong one. This way. Yeah, there we go. So then we do 99,999.99. Yeah? Does the big ones? Oh, yes. Good eye, good eye, good eye. So if you notice, they also have a marking as well. And if I choose this one to be my ones place, then I have my ones, thousands, ones, thousands, millions, and billions. And then I have my decimal places over here. However, if I choose this one to be my ones place, then it's my ones, thousands, millions, billions, and then trillions. Well done. Good eye. That's a really good eye. Yeah? So for those of you that are interested, this is what we call an abacus. It's also called a soroban. Soroban, which is which is called a Japanese abacus. And that is what I teach. I teach the Japanese abacus. Okay, so you know what? That's amazing. You know what's amazing about it? Hey, Sarah Marie. You know what's amazing about it? It's such a simple, elegant tool. But you know what it does? It only tells you the number that you're dealing with. And it's like it's mind blowing on how simple it is. But you will do calculations in your head. The only thing that the abacus does, it will show you the number that you're working with. That's it. That's it. That is the secret. That is the secret.
More than meets the eye.
It is. It is more than meets the eye. It's crazy. Okay, so we're going to continue on understanding how to move the beads. We're already done. No, we're going to continue on learning how to move the beads. The next one that we're going to do is we're going to do a little preview of the preschool book. The preschool book was meant for kids to start them young before, when they start learning how to count their numbers. So the idea here was when they're like 3, 4, and 5. You could try 2 if your child is mature enough. I don't know. It is up to you. But for those of you that are interested in trying to teach the little ones, I was trying to be interactive here. I do have other activities, but this one just happens to be in the book. This one specifically is over here. And what we do is we talk about the abacus, we talk about the numbers and how it relates to the abacus. And there's tracing, and then there's activities to strengthen the idea of what the numbers are to the abacus. And then we do it again for lesson 2. Lesson 2 goes from 5 to 9. And then from here, it's the same thing. We talk about the numbers, and we try to figure out what they are. And then here is the counting of the numbers, and then here's the maze. It doesn't matter what the path is. The idea was that they had to find what the numbers are. And then I had lesson 3. Lesson 3 is about counting forward. Lesson 4 is counting backwards. That's what lesson 4 is, counting backwards. And then we have counting what's in between. So if I give you the number here and I give you the number here, you have to let me know what the number in between is. And then you have to tell me what the surrounding numbers is. So if I give you the number here, if I give you the middle number, you need to know the surrounding numbers. And then we do comparison of bigger than and less than. And again, comparison of bigger than and less than. Okay, so we're finally get to the point where we, as big people, will start to understand what adding and subtracting is on the abacus. Now, in mainstream, the focus is to know what the answer, right? The focus is the answer. But in the abacus world, what we need to do is we need to understand our add-in, the second number. The second number is what dictates whether or not we're going to use a formula or not. So when we're looking, we have 7 on the abacus. We have 7, 5, 6, 7. We have 1. 1, is there enough to add the 1? Yes, we can. We can add the 1. So all we got to do is just add the 1. That's it. So what we're doing is we're understanding how the beads move. It doesn't matter which one we're doing. If we have 8 here, it doesn't matter if it's this one, or if it's this one, or if it's this one, or if it's this one. It doesn't matter, just as long as it's one bead, right? So understand that these are the value of 1, not number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Understand that these are values. So when we have 2, we want to add the 2. Here's my abacus. I want to add 2. 5, 6, 7. I have 7 on my abacus. I want to add 2. Can I add the 2? Yes, I can. I can add the 2. 1, 2. These are the 2 beads I'm adding. It doesn't matter if it's these 2 beads or these 2 beads or these 2 beads, as long as it's just 2 beads, right? So my final answer is 9. What we're looking is understanding how to read the abacus as we move the beads. So in mainstream school, right, in mainstream math, in public school, they teach you how to use the dots. You could use the dots, that's fine. Or what I do is I use my abacus. I add the 5, I add the 3. And then my final answer is, hold on, CCTX. So my final answer is 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So when we're looking, you could use the tally marks, right? 5 and 3, or you can use the abacus. 5 and 3. CCTX. When we look, all these is 1. 1, 1, 1. So this is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 5. The 5 is always going to be the top bead. And then we have 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So then, if I want to scale it, if I want to say 50 plus 30, I do 50 plus 30. 1, 2, 3. So my final answer is 80. You could do it mainstream, and that's a whole lot of dots and a whole lot of counting, but I don't want to count like that because that's a lot of counting, and I'm really lazy. So we could do it again, and we could scale it. We could say 500, 500, and then 300, 300. 300. So 500 plus 300 is equal to 800. 800. That's it. Okay, CCTX. Do you understand that this is 4? That's 4. So what I just did is I added 4 to the reckoning bar. The reckoning bar is what counts the numbers. I wish I could do high school all over again for that. So 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Adding to the horizontal bar is what's being counted. So we add to the horizontal bar. We go to the horizontal bar. This is 4. So now what we're going to do is we're going to subtract. When we subtract, we take it away. Not a different strategy. Just so you know, not a different strategy. It's the same thing. If you know how to add, you know how to subtract. That's it. If I know how to add 4, I know how to take away 4. All I have to do is go the opposite, because that's what it is. Adding is the opposite of subtracting, which is very different than mainstream math, because mainstream math gives you one set of adding and one set of strategies to add and another set of strategies to subtract, where it gets really complicated. But in Abacus, we don't need to do that. In Abacus, we just add, we subtract. So if I have 2, take away 2. That's all I'm doing. So when I'm looking, I have it again. I have 3 on the Abacus. 1, 2, 3. I want to subtract 2. Take away 2. My final answer is 1. See, what we want to do is we want to take away our numbers before we look at our answer. We don't look at our answer and then do our numbers. That's the thing. So, I don't know. Let's see. So we have 76, right? And then we take away 4. Take away 4 is minus the 5 plus the 1. And then we take away the 9. Take away the 9 is minus the 10 plus the 1. So my final answer is 27. But I have to explain it a little bit more because there's formulas involved. So let me put a pin in that. Is that all right? Can I put a pin in that? It is not hard. You just need to know formulas. That's all. 76 minus 49. There we go. All right. Thank you, addict. So we're going to continue on. When we add the 4, take away the 4. Okay, we can do the 5. Now notice with the 5, it's the same thing. We add the 5 to the horizontal bar. We subtract the 5, take it away. When we add the 6, you go to the horizontal bar. It doesn't matter if it's 1 and you add the 6, right? Take away the 6, add the 6. So then we can do it again with the 7 or even the 8. So we have 2, we have 1 on the abacus, and then we want to add 8. Adding 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. We bring it together like that. Take it away. That's what we're doing. So we add the 8, right? Gives me 9. And then if I want to take away 6, all I got to do is do that. Take away 6. So my final answer is 3. And then that's it. So that is about adding and subtracting. So we can do it again with the 5. We have 7 plus 1, take away 5. So my final answer is 3. So the idea is to just continue to see it on the abacus, and I would suggest to work with the numbers that you have. The reason why is because it's just easier. So we take away the 9, and then we add the 3. The reason why, what? Okay, so that's it. That is about moving the beats. Now what we're going to do is we're going to understand how to add. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you, everybody, for joining. For those of you that are interested, my name is Lynette, and I've been teaching Abacus for a long time, for 2 years, 20 years. Thank you for the rose and checking in. For those of you checking in, thank you, Sarah Marie, for checking in. For those of you that are interested to check in, there's an orange heart around my head. Okay, so what we're doing is we first learned how to read the abacus, then we're going to move the beads. After we learn to move the beads, we're going to start doing some adding and subtracting. This is what we talk about pillars, right? This is where we start understanding concepts. In Abacus, what we do is we start understanding concepts, and one of the concepts is how to add a 5, and that's what I was talking about earlier today when I was talking to Lily, and I think she left, but that's okay too. So what it was is we're understanding the concept of how to add the 5. Why are we doing that? Because it is one of the critical things when you understanding how to add the 5. Phone. Turn off the phone. Scrolled so much, couldn't find your live. Remembered the word Soroban, and here we are. You know, if you look for the word abacus, I think you might be able to find me, because I think I'm the only one that puts out all abacus stuff. I know, I hate it when I'm on live and I accidentally scroll away and then I go back, it's like, no! Yeah, I get that too. So what we're going to do now is we're going to understand how to make a 5. Let me take it a little bit slower. I was doing it a little bit quickly because I knew that Lily was purchasing, and I just want to make sure that Lily understood what was inside the book. So the book was meant for kids that are 4 to 7, but it's still very entertaining. It's pretty entertaining. I like it. But it does get better as I get more books. So here we are. What we want to do is we understand how to make a 5. Making a 5 is 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. And that's why I have like these cats in a tree. And with the cats in a tree, I put away, if there's a missing cat. So we had to figure out where our missing number is. And again, we need to know if there's 3 cats, then there's 2 cats missing. Why are we going to do that? The reason is, so from your shop, what could you recommend for the first kid of teaching a 4-year-old? Oh, they're just starting to. I would recommend you could do the preschool one, or you could buy the whole bundle. So this one is the book and the abacus, if you're looking, and I pinned it. Or if you want the whole, or if you want the whole curriculum comes with all the books. So here's a question. HG, here's a question is, does your child already know how to do double digits? If not, then I would recommend doing preschool, if that makes sense. And then here would be the path. So then after this was the original path. After they do the preschool abacus, then they go into adding 5, and then when they learn how to add the 5, they'll learn how to subtract the 5. After they subtract the 5, then they'll go into understanding how to carry and borrow. Only counts to 10. Okay, so then that would work out very well for you. Then this one will work out very well for you. Because the reason why, because I do have a 2-digit maze puzzle. Like we talked about mazes, and this is to strengthen the 2-digit numbers. I do provide answers in the back, and I have a reverse number where you find the number and you have to color it in on the abacus. So this is the 2-digit maze puzzle. Maybe you could do that in a little bit when the child gets more comfortable with the numbers. But the idea was to be comfortable with the preschool one. Yeah. So the path of the abacus, the curriculum that I have worked it out would be preschool plus 5 minus 5 plus 10 and then minus 10. But the bundle that I pinned also provides an abacus, and the abacus is the 7-column one. I like this one for the younger kids because it's nice and colorful and it's not too big and overwhelming. And then when they get comfortable with understanding how to read the abacus, you can then graduate to a 13-column abacus, which is fine too. Or if you're just looking for the book, I do sell just the book if you're looking at that too. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Christmas is around the corner, but it's up to you. There's Christmas, and then there's that one. So, but yeah, this one was meant for understanding the concepts of the numbers, and then they go into how to go adding the 7 and adding all the way to 9, and then which is what we're going to do right now, is we're going to understand how to add the 5. Shouldn't they go to number mazes to recognize the number? If they're 4 years old, I think they can go into preschool, and then they can go into plus the 5, because the child is 4. So they may not know how to do. You could do that. Yeah, that's a good idea, Tammy. So after they do the preschool, you can start going into the 2 digits. It's up to you. That's a good idea. So then it'll be the preschool and the 2 digits. I didn't think about that. When I was thinking about the curriculum, it was always been in my head to have just go straight into here. But yeah, I think it would be worthwhile to do the 2 digits just to get comfortable with the numbers. That's a really good idea. Thank you, Tammy. I didn't think about that. Yeah. So again, I teach you how to read the abacus with the 2 digits, and then we talk about the 2 columns. And then after the 2 columns, then you start practicing how to read it. So I give you the number, and then you have to find the path to the answer. And then there's the reverse maze. The reverse maze is, I give you the path, I give you the number, but you have to color in the abacus. Hello, Mo Bullets. Yeah, at least the 2 digits. Yeah, no, that's a really good idea. Thank you, Tammy. I do appreciate that. I'm going to start working that in. So it would be the preschool, the mazes, and then it would be a plus 5 with who? Or it can be, I mean, that's why I broke it up this way. It could be plus the 5. Okay, wait, hold on. It could be what? It could be the preschool, the adding of the 5, the subtracting of the 5, then the 2-digit, and then adding of the 10 and subtracting of the 10. We could do that too. All right. Yeah, there's a lot of ways. There's a lot of ways to get there, but that would be the path, is making sure that they understand how to add a 5. Oh, yeah. That sounds good. Yeah, that does sound good. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's a good. I have to. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to provide a little list. I think I should provide a little list of the paths. Okay. So what are we doing? We're going to understand how to make a 4, how to make a 5. The reason why is what? We don't need to memorize what 4 plus 4 is. We don't need to memorize 4 plus 4. But this is too easy. I know it's easy, but it's the concept. The concept is what I'm trying to show you. Because if I give you too big of a number, then you get bogged down by the numbers. So what we're going to do is we're going to add the 4. When we add the 4 on the abacus, we add the 4 like that, right? We have 0, 0, 4, 0, 0, 0, 0. So let me do 4 on my abacus, 4 pennies. I have 4 pennies. This is the 4 that I'm looking at. But then I need to add another 4. Because I need to add another 4, what happens? I don't have any more beads. I have no more loose beads. I cannot do this because that would be 44. 44. That's the 10s and this is the 1s. We want to do is we want to stay in the 1s. We need to add 4 over here. To add the 4 here, I have to utilize this 5. I can give you my nickel. So if I give you my nickel, that's too much. I need to take away 1. So my final answer is 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. I can show you again on my abacus. I can add the 5 and I take away the 1. So my final answer is 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. That's it. So we could do it again with a 3. Thank you so much for the purchase, HG. Did you want to see the run through of the book, or are you okay? And you know what? Just so you know, it's like 200 pages, so that's why it's a little bit more pricey than all the others. Here, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We're gonna add the 4. To add the 4, we don't have enough, so we're going to give you this 5. This 5 is too much. I need to take away 1 minus the 1. So my final answer is 7. 5, 6, 7. So I can show you again on my abacus. I add the 5, take away the 1. And so my final answer is 7. 5, 6, 7. Does that make sense? Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you everybody for joining. For those of you that have just joined, please keep your mind open for something different.
Now, open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
Thank you everybody for joining. What we're doing is we're learning how to read the abacus and do some adding and subtracting on the abacus. So for those of you that just joined, let's do a little review. We're going to count on the abacus. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, nice tree. Oh, thank you so much. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. That's what 10 looks like. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and then 20. Yep. Make sense? Okay, so we can do it again with the 2 and the 4. How are we doing? Hello. Okay. So what I'm doing here is I'm showing you that we're repeating and we're practicing the concept of how to add the 4. That's what this is. I want to learn how to add the 4. The only thing they need to do is understand plus the 4 is equal to plus the 5 minus the 1. I could do it again, plus the 4 minus the 1, and it just keeps repeating. So then we do it again with the 3. So the 3 is very different. Let's do 1 plus 3. Can we do it? Yeah. Do we need to do a formula? No, because look, 1, 2, 3. So always look at your abacus to see whether or not you need to do it. Can you do it? Yes, you can. Then you don't need to add the formula. Then it's overkill. What we want to do is we want to understand how to utilize and when to use the formula. So here, if I have 2 on the abacus, I want to add 3. I don't have enough room. I have no more loose beads to add 3. 1, 2. There's only 2 here. So that's why I need to give you 5. This is why I need to bring in 5. And then what happens? I have to take away 2. So my final answer is 5. Does that make sense? So let's take it another step. Let's take it a different way. I have this package of 5, right? And I'm going to do 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, notice there's 3, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Well, I want to add the 3. To add the 3, I have no more room, right? I only have 1 bead. But guess what? I have this package of 5. Inside this package is 3. 1, 2, 3. Those are the 3 that I'm going to use. But because the package is solid, I can't do anything. I cannot take it away. So what do? I need to remove 2 beads. But guess what? I can't take it from here, right? It's solid. So what happens is I got to take it away from the 2 loose ones. 1, 2. So if I take 2 beads away, here's my package. Add the 5. Take away 2. 1, 2. So my final answer is 6. 5, 6. That's it. Can you help with my call? I can't. I can't, but I know somebody. So DM me and I'll send you a person. I'll send you to a person who knows calculus. How do you know you need to take away 2? If you look at your hand and you use 3, you have 2. If you look at your hand and I have to use 4, 1 has to go away. So just like here, there's 5 cats in the tree. 5 cats in a tree. There we go. So here, 5 cats in a tree. I do 3 on my abacus. I do 3 on my abacus. If I have that, do I have enough? No. I have to go to the cats in the tree. The cats in the tree is going here. I have to go to the cats in the tree. You grab 3 cats, 2 cats run away. So that's what happens is 2 cats run away. So you grab 3, 1, 2, 3, and 2 cats run away. That's why. So 2 cats run away, you take away 2. So your final answer is 6. Doing a subtraction in order to do is absolutely stupid. Oh, Tom, who hurt you? Who hurt you, Tom? So, does that make sense, HG? Yeah, right? Nice tree? Boo. So depending on, you could do, there's other ways. You could talk about a package. I think this is a little tougher. You might want to try the trees. Because I do the trees. Is this for preschoolers or what? What is more advanced? What is more advanced is understand this concept, and then you can do double digits. Then you can do triple digits. So that's why, like, you have to understand the concept first. Because after this, I was going to publish this one, which is the 2 digits. I guess that would be more advanced, right? So then we would have to like figure out how to add and subtract here. So we did this one, 30 plus 22. How do we do that? Well, it's the same thing. On my abacus, I do 30 plus 20 plus 2 plus 20 plus the 5 minus the 2 and then plus 2. So my final answer is 52. Okay, can you explain? I just joined late. Okay, hold on, Angel. Let me... regrouping. Yes, regrouping happens in our plus 10s. When talking about money or quantity of something, sometimes doing it and actually simplifies it. Yeah, the result. Yeah. What? Hold on just a minute. So, regrouping. Stephanie, we do regrouping, but we don't call it regrouping. We just call it adding in the 10 and subtracting in the 10. Oh, Tom, are you sure you're still in? Why is Tom still in this room? Oh, are you still? Do you need a hug, Tom? Do you need a hug? Is that what you need? I'm here if you want a hug. I'm here. Okay, so, yeah, Tom needs a dad. Negative Tom. All right. Here, Angel. Okay, Angel. So let's do a little review for Angel. So let's talk about it. We're going to talk about the abacus. When the beads are touching the reckoning bar, this is what's counted, right? So this is 1. Because it's touching the reckoning bar, this is counted as 1. So we have 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. So when we look, this is 2, this is 3, and then 4, and then 5. We have 5. Add the 6, 1. Add the 1, you get 6. How do I know? 5 plus 1 is 6. We have 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. We have 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. And we have 9. 5 plus 4 is 9. So when we're looking, all of these can be 9. 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. When talking about money or other quantities, sometimes doing it this way is actually simplifies. Yeah, I think so too. Because, but money works. Money works well with adults because we've dealt with change. We've dealt with money. We've dealt with giving more than we have to, and then we get back. I think it's a little difficult for the kids that are young, depending on how young they are, to give back change. I don't know how many kids give back change anymore because I don't think they deal with money. But when we do, I think it is good. How do you choose which beads to use? Oh, here. To use the beads, I do this. There is a ones indicator right here. This tells me where the ones place is. So what I do is I put the ones and I line it up. Every column is a place value. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. Does that make sense? ESL? Elise, one ES. Yeah? Okay. So then, kind of everywhere. When they never see money anymore. Yeah, they never see money anymore. So that's why I don't use money for the young kids. I use I might use the package, or what I do in my videos is I use the cats in the tree, because there's 5 cats in the tree, and in the beginning of the book we talk about having 5 cats in the tree, so they kind of understand there's always going to be 5 cats in the tree. And I was thinking that cats like trees, right? And we need to rescue them or what have you. So that's why I use the 5 cats in the tree. And then I also bring out my hands, because when we look at my hands, Seely. Oh, hey, Seely. Esley. Thank you. Esley. Oh, I see. Esley. Oh, so what I use is my hands. When I use my hands, you grab 3, 2 runs away. So it's easy to use your hands to, yeah, because I know when the kids were young, they didn't quite understand. So I would use that. I would use my fingers to help understand the concept of adding of the 5, if that makes sense. I don't know by any one of these. There's the dot. Esley, yes. And then thank you, Emma. Do you ever do it without a decimal point? I'm sorry. Do you ever use it without the decimal points, or just remembering the numbers for a different task? Do you ever use it without decimal points? And just for remembering numbers in a different task? Yes. I think that's what yes. Thank you, Chaotic. I believe that's what yes. You use the decimals as a label. You use the abacus as the tool itself. So you could start from here as your whole number, but then I would get confused because my label is over here. Could you put the decimal anywhere on the board? No, not really. Well, you could put it here, but see, the thing is if you use this as my label, if you use this as a label of the ones place, then this would be the decimal. If you use this one to be your label of your ones place, then here would be the decimal. I think so, right? So when we're looking, right, it all depends on where this indicator is. The indicator, and it doesn't matter if you say that this is ones, then this can be thousands, or it just matters on where your numbers are. You could say this is ones, and then here would be your thousands, tens, hundred, thousands with a th. If you have a bigger abacus, it's the same thing. The concept is very similar. You have your ones, and then there's groupings: ones, thousands, millions, billions, and then trillions. So it doesn't matter where you are. If you choose this one to be your ones, then this would be your decimal. If you choose this one to be your ones, then this would be your decimal, and you would have all of this. Does that make sense? So could you show? Yes. So I could show So here's my number, 124.56. 12456. Oh, can't see that. There we go. That's what it would look like. Theoretically, you could do those. Yes, you could theoretically. Am I a teacher? I am now. Does that make sense, Charlie? Yeah. So when you're looking at it, it actually doesn't matter. It actually doesn't matter, but what matters is which one you call your home. It depends on which one you call your one's place. Yeah. Thank you, Kyler. Yeah. Okay, so then here, if I did 3, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's fine too. Because the idea is to be able to read. When you are able to read the abacus, then you'll be able to understand how to move the beads. But the first thing we start off with is understanding how to read the abacus. Reading the abacus is is the only thing, because that's the only thing that it's doing. The only thing that this is doing is showing you what the numbers are. That's it. So we could do that. We could do 12,000, right? 12,345.67. Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. The simple fact of visualizing our numbers can do so much goodness. It's just amazing on how much you can do when you can visualize your numbers. You could go mental math if you choose to, but I don't push it. I still tell my kids to look at the abacus to figure out if they need to do subtraction and multiplication and division and whatever. So you could, though, if you practice, you could go mental math, but I don't push it. Oh, sorry. Okay, yes. Yes. Esley, right? Esley. So yes, we have our 5, 50, 500, 500, 5,000, 5000, and then 50,000. Right? You can buy the abacus in my shop, right? Or if you want books, I also have that too. 67, Johnny B. Good, 67. That's what 67 would be. Yes. Yes. You can add, you can multiply and divide. And it makes it easy. As long as you know your multiplication facts. Yep. Are the Japanese kids using abacus when they moving the beads in there? Yes. So there's a whole training with it, right? You go from understanding how to read it to going to move the beads to doing the numbers with the abacus, and then the next phase is to do the numbers again without the abacus. So that's how you get to mental math and them doing the fingers. How can I get a single digit to a double digit? How can I add a single digit to a double digit? What? So it's 7, right? 7, 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait, let me write that. So wait, 7. What's the question? 7 plus 12? 7 plus 12? 7 plus 12 plus 1 plus 2. I told my son is that you just keep adding a 0 to the numbers on the left. I see you started at 500. No, I didn't start at 500. This is the ones. My label, if you see that there's a little dot here, this is my ones place. So my ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here is my decimals. So this would be 9.32. 32. That's what that would be. Yeah. I mean, really? Nice tree? How did that work out? What do you mean? 20 plus 7 plus 7. That's all it is. Because 20, 2 and a 0, plus 7. Is there enough? Yeah, there's enough. 5, 6, 7. I'm so confused. Nice tree. Yes, you can multiply it. So what's 1 plus 1? 1 plus 1. Hello, Matthew Hernandez. That's what 1 plus 1 is. You add the 1, you add another 1. That's it. That's what 1 is. Spanky. Each line, yes, each line is a place value. Yes, thank you, chaotic. So when we're looking, nice tree, right? You said 20. 20. There's 2 tens. 2 tens. And then there's the 7. 7 is a ones place. So 7 goes here. That's all it does. Can I show a division problem? I can. Thank you, nice tree, for the rose. Thank you for checking in, Kizar. Man, I'm just using a calculator. You could use a calculator. There's no shame in that. I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to teach and show the matrix how to use the abacus. Thank you, everybody, for joining.
Welcome to the real world.
You're about to confuse people with multiplying divide. I know. That's why I don't do it. That's why I go back to let's count. Let me tell you how the numbers are. 1, 2, 3, 4. But we stay in this in quite some time. Oh, good. Thank you. So 458. Why? Because our 400 is our hundreds, tens, and our ones. Our ones is a decimal. Not a decimal, our label. There's a label right here. That's where the ones is. So that's why I have my 8, 5, and 4 over here. Does that make sense? Smoky. Yes, the top beat is always worth the 5. Yes, you're absolutely right. The top beat is always 5. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8. 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 plus 5 is 8. 5. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I add the 5, then I have 9. If I take away the 5, then I have 4. Thank you, Smokey. That was a really good question. Like, so Smokey has a number, right? The number in your username is 34. 30, 1, 2, 3, because of the tens, and then 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The blue bead is always a value of 5. 5. What math is like geometry? I'm asking. I don't know. Geometry is just geometry. It's between algebra. It's between algebra 1 and algebra 2. But this is before all of that. This is before algebra. So what we're doing is we're learning how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide. That's it. I give up. Broad Street. Broad Street. Asking if this is geometry. Oh, is this geometry? No, this is not geometry. That's it. No, you can't give up. You're still here, Broad Street. You want to learn. You want to learn. You want to learn.
Now, open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
I finally got that. Okay, good. Okay, good. So, do you have videos on your page showing division? I do. You would have to find it. I did. Okay, wait. The 2 plus 2, 2 times 2. I'm with you. 2 times 2, you have to memorize what 2 times 2 is. You would have to know. So there's a whole thing that I was going to do for my multiplication, where if you did 2 plus 2, right? Where is it? All right. So the multiplication, I'm sorry. So the multiplication, you would have to know your multiplication table, right? So here it would be 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So you need to know that that is 8. How do I get that? Well, then I'm going to count 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. Then I know that's 8. So I do 8 over here. So then how did I get to here? Well, if you notice, I had to plus the 5 minus the 3. That's how I got to here, right? So then we have to do it again. So if I have 8, and then I want to plus 2, I have to plus 2 again. Plus 2 is plus the 10 minus the, I'm sorry, plus the 10 minus the 8. So plus the 10 minus the 8, that is another formula. And then I have to plus 2, that's 10, right? I have to plus 2. And then I can do it again, plus 2, which is 4, I'm sorry, 14. Now at 14, I need to do what? There's not enough beads to add the 4. What do I do? Plus the 5 minus the 3. Plus the 5 minus 3. Plus the 5 minus the 3. So I'm going to get 16. So then I can plus the 2, right? And that's 18. So, nice tree, you need to know your multiplication table. There's ways to know it. You could do cumulative addition, or you could do skip counting, or you could do groups. It is up to you. But what I'm doing is okay, yeah. So the question is what is 2 times 2? You need to memorize this. This is something that just you need to memorize. Abacus will help you solidify your multiplication facts. Okay. Thank you, Nice Tree, for the rose. This was confusing back then. This was confusing back then. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to get confused. Yeah. Yeah. Cumulative addition. What is what is the rocket science of that? It is adding. So if we need to know what 2 times 9, if we know what 2 times 9 is, how did we get 2 times 9? You had to do it 9, you had to add 2 9 times. That's what that means. Or you do it the other way. So the idea was this, to understand, to get the kids to understand, like you could do groups, right? So if we do 2, right? This is 3, 1, 2, 3 times 2 is equal to 6, or 2 times 3 is equal to 6. Then we have to talk about circles, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Or we have to do triangles. And then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So, or there's a new one. They talk about lines. 1, 2, 3. So they count the intersections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But it's the same thing as just counting up. It's exactly what this is. It's just looks cooler because Japanese made lines. But you could do it. This is 2 lines and then 3 lines, and then you just count the intersections, and then you get 6. You could do that. You could. But it is best to know your multiplication table. And to do that, one way is to understand how to add. So what is multiplication? Multiplication is just fast adding. Really, that's what it is. Add. Thank you, but I'm sticking with adding and subtracting for now. It is up to you. How does it work with more complicated numbers where incrementing doesn't make sense? See, and that's what it is. You have too much faith in me. Yeah, no, I truly believe if you just stick it out a little bit, you will get it. You will get it. Because I have many people that they say they have dyscalculia, they have dysgraphia, they're dyslexic, they're ADHD, they're ADD, and all this and that. And when I show them the abacus and you slowly understand it, you'll get it. You'll get it. Okay, so how does it work with more complicated numbers where incrementing adding wouldn't make sense? What? The 9s? Let's say like 9s? Okay, wait, hold on. So let's do 8. We could do 8. It's not a problem. But the one, or we could do 9. We could do 8. We'll do 8. So we do 8. We do 5, 6, 7, 8. So, but to get to the next number, we need to know to add. We don't have any more. We need to know how to make a 10. Making a 10 is plus the 8 minus the 2. This is what we know. So we have plus the 10 minus the 2. So then that gives us 16. So we have to add an 8 again. We don't have enough. We have to plus the 10 minus the 2. And then what? We have to minus the 5 plus the 3, minus the 5 plus the 3. But again, this is all the concepts that I've skipped over because you guys don't know this. Does that make sense? So when we're looking, we have to understand there's concepts that I haven't talked about. I've only talked about how to make a 5. I haven't talked about how to make a 10, and I didn't talk about how to take away the 5. So you have to be careful, asking these questions because there's a whole curriculum behind it. And I'm not trying to gatekeep. I'm just trying to, there's all these questions that are coming about. There's a lot of questions. My husband is Japanese. I'm going to tell him y'all think you're cool just because you use the lines. So we have 13 times that by 17. We could do that. Can you explain? No, Nathan, that is above my pay grade. If you need to know cosine, DM me and I'll tell you a person who will tell you. I was asking about how to make 10. Oh, yes, how to make a 10. Google is free. Google is free. Okay, to be fair, I realize I'm a grown man that don't know answer because of you. If you're big and burly, I'm not smart at math. That's okay. You don't need to be smart at math. Okay, let's continue on how to make a 10. Thank you. Nice tree. All right, let's make a 10. Because everybody's just talking. Okay, I'm going to focus. Focus. I'm going to make a 10. Now, we know how to make a 5. Now we're going to learn how to make a 10. Making a 10 will be easy. Why? Because it's just adding. So here we are. We're going to be doing a 10. Why are we going to make a 9? Now, let's do 9. 9, we know how to add a 9. To make a 9 is what? 9 plus 1 is equal to 10. That's it. 9 plus 1 is equal to 10. Just know this. 9 plus 1 is equal to 10, right? We all know this. We're being taught. This is how you make a 10. You make a 10, you make a 10. 4 and 6, 3 and 7, 7, 3, 2 and 8, 8 and 2, 5 and 5, 5 and 5. Easy, right? Oh, you know what? Maybe I should try with the 5. Let's do it with the 5. That would be good. Maybe we'll do that. Okay, 5. So what are we going to do? 5 plus 5 is equal to 10. Need to know this. Why? This is a core concept. You know these two core concepts, you will know how to add, subtract at scale. But the first thing we need to do is understand concepts, right? Again, we're not going to memorize our doubles. What we're going to understand is a concept. If I want to add a 5, if I have 9 on my abacus, 9 on my abacus, right? There's my 9. Where is my money? Where's my money? There's my money. So I have 9. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 on my abacus, right? So then what I need to add 5. I don't have enough to add the 5. But guess what? I have 10 cents. But 10 cents is too much. What do I do? I have to take away the 5. Why? I added the 5. I gave you too much. I gave you 5 cents too much. I need change. I need to take away the 5. So my final answer is 14. I could do it again on the abacus. I could add the 10 and then take away the 5. So my final answer is 14. Does that make sense? We can do it again with the 8. If I have 8, eight, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's my 8, right? I have 8. I want to add the 5. I have no more room to add the 5, but I have 10 cents. I'm going to give you 10 cents. Because I give you 10 cents, that's too much. I need change back. So I'm going to take away the 5. So my final answer is 13. 10, 11, 12, 13. I could do it again. Add the 10 minus the 5. So my final answer is 13. Hello, Omen. Welcome back. Where's my money? Does that make sense? So that is one part. We could do it again with the 7. If I have 7 on the abacus, and again, this is the concept. Did you learn math with an abacus? When I was a kid, I had to memorize math. Yeah, good. So we do it again. We could do it again. Okay, you know what? We'll do it again with the 8. Now we can go with the 8. Why? Because 8 and 2, right? 2 is the partner. So when we're looking, we have 9 on the abacus. 9 on the abacus. 9 on my abacus. 9. Where's my 9? There's my 9, right? 9 on the abacus. I want to add 8. But how do I make a 10 with an 8? I have to have 2. So I have to take away the 2. Because why? I'm going to give you 10. I give you 10, I take away 2. So my final answer is 17. 10, 5, 6, 7. You had to memorize. Okay, so memorizing is what? Memorizing is what 4 plus 4 is. 4 plus 4, we all knew that it's equal to 8, but we didn't understand why it was equal to 8. You could count up and understand quantity-wise, which is fine. Chinese abacus, you count up. But in abacus, in Japanese abacus, we don't count. What we do is we use concepts. We know how to, you know what? In Japanese, they do rearranging, which is fantastic because they already tell you, if I already know how to make an 8, I'm just going to add to it. Oh, it's fantastic. Anyways, so memorizing just means that if I know like 8 plus 8 is 16. I know that is what it is. But can I explain it on the abacus? Yes, I can explain on the abacus. So if I show you 8 on the abacus and I want to add another 8, to add another 8, I have to add the 10, take away the 2. So my final answer is 16. If we start at 8, so start at 8, there we go. We add the 10, add the 9, right, exactly, Esley. Add the 10 minus the 1, and that is how you get 9. Yes, so what we did is we balanced the equation. Oh, thank you, Chaotic. I get a little caught up in the comments, but thank you, I appreciate it. It's fun to be part of the comments, right? It's fun to be able to have a conversation about all of this. I'm not smart. I've just been doing this for 20 years. You will be smart too if you did this for 20 years. It makes sense why Asian countries are destroying us in this stuff now. Impressive. No. This is why I'm trying to teach the matrix, the abacus. Broad Street. You're a genius? What? I'm not a genius. I just know how to use the abacus, that's all. I've been doing this for 20 years. If you did it for 20 years, you'll be just as good. What? The vice and what's the color? Oh, hey. Hey, Nirvana 21. Oh, this is an abacus. An abacus just counts your numbers. The colors mean nothing. So we count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. 6. How do we know? Top beat is 5. This is 6. 5 plus 1 is 6 and 7. Now we can decompose. Decomposing is what? Knowing what the number is made of. So we have 5 plus 3 is 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. And then we have 9. How do I get that? 5 plus 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 is 9. So when we're looking, it's easy to see that this is 9. 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. And then this is 0, like that. So make a 5 makes sense to me. How does it make 10? How do you make 10? Oh, you know what I did? She'll make you realize in 4 seconds you know it. You know what I did here is I talked about asteroids. I talked about 10 asteroids. So if I wanted to add the 4 on the abacus and I want to add 8, I don't have enough to add the 8. Guess what? I go to the asteroid belt. Asteroid belt has 10, but that's too much. What do? I have to take away 2. Because why? I'm using 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this has to be taken away. So you have to take away 2. So my final answer is 12. Does that make sense? HG? Yeah, how do you do 9 plus 1? That 9 plus 1 you have to memorize. You have to understand that making a 10 is a 9 and a 1. This is what you have to memorize. This is one of the concepts that we have to be we're teaching the kids, right? To teach the kids how to make a 10. No? Oh, here's another way. Okay, so we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? We do 4. There we go. 4, right? I have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, when we're looking, guess what? You can combine it all together. Not a problem. You can combine it all together just like mainstream math, right? Abacus actually rearranges and organizes it. What do? We actually have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What we want to do is we want to make a 10. How do we make 10 out of it? We need to add 2. Guess what? We got to get the 2 from somewhere. We have to get it from the 4. So what Abacus does is it rearranges and it organizes it for you. So now I have 10. I have 10 and then there's 2. So my final answer is 12. Thank you, Giselle. Yes, add the 2. You get the 2 from the 4. That's what you do. That's what we did here. We want to add the 10, but you have to get it from the 4. So our final answer is 12. Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy when I found this out. I was like, oh my God, that's what they're doing. So if you look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Because I have 9, right? I have 9 on my abacus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8. Well, I can combine them, but that's being disorganized. What we want to do is we want to organize it. To organize it, you take 2 from the 9. You take 2 from the 9, like that. And then that gives you 10. That gives you 10. Oh my gosh, I don't know what's going on. Thank you. Okay, I understand. So you understand what we're doing. Yes, thank you. Yes, I am live every day. Why are you flipping the green? Why can't you add the 2 blues? Oh, 2 blues, 55, Nirvana. If you want 10, 10 is 1 and a 0. That's what it is. 10 is a 1 and a 0. 10 is not 5 and 5. Does that make sense? So when we're looking, we have 10, 1, 0, 20, 2, 0, 30, 3, 0, 40, 4, 0. Does that make sense, Nirvana? Oh, 6, 7, 6, 7. How do I get 6, 7? 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. That's what it is. Okay. Thanks for explaining. I'm sure I'm making sense. Yeah, it takes time. Don't forget, though. I mean, I've only been on for maybe 2.5 hours, right? And so don't forget, it takes a little bit of time. Hello, Giselle. Okay. So, okay, Giselle. So let's start over. We're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. That's what 10 is. 10 is a 1 and a 0. 1, 0. And then 11, 12, 13, 14. World of Boxers, 96, 90, and 6. That's what 96 is. So if you flip 3 boobies, yes, exactly, Nirvana. So it'd be 555. Yes. Does placement value? Yes, placement does matter. Placement does matter. So when we're looking, we have our 1s, our our tens, our hundreds, our thousands, and our 10,000s. And then we have our tenths and our hundreds. So 2,478. That's what that is. Can I do multiplication next? No. There's too many people that are not understanding what's going on. I apologize. I've never seen how this works. Thank you, Becca. You said, I want to. Yeah. Okay, good, Giselle. So when we're looking, right, this is the decimal sits between after the ones place. So the ones, the tenths, and then the hundredths. That's what that means. So we have 2, 4, 7, 8. 5. Notice there's a 5 here, a 5 here. No 5, no 5. We have 4, 2. 7, 2. 7, 2. 7. This is 8, 3. 1, 2, 3. Add the 5, it's 8. Take away the 5, it's 3. Add the 5, it's 8. Yeah, that's what it is. So there's a black dot right here. This is my ones place. Yes. No, not a decimal. Ones and thousands. So it helps you group. So we have our ones and our thousands. When we look at this one over here, we have our 13 column abacus. 13 columns is the same thing. There's grouping. There's here. There's a group, and a group, and a group. If you choose this one to be your ones, it'll be ones, thousands, millions, billions, and then trillions. Okay, good night, Tay. Oh my gosh. There's a lot of comments. So 4,000, I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep up. So 2,478. Did I do that already? I already did that. Yeah. So, I'm lost again. No, 2,478. Thank you, L Dog. How do you add with it? I can add with it when everybody gets it. Good, Jade. Where are you, Giselle? Wait, so it is right. Yes, it is right. 2,478. Yep. Can I suggest at some point maybe get a series of lessons always moving forward? I have online classes and I do have that. If you're looking for online classes, but I'm always seeing new people. I think you'll always have new people that won't get it. Yes, you're absolutely right. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to teach the new people what it's all about. But if you're looking for something more advanced, then I do have online classes. Where's 78? 7, 8. That's what it is. 7, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, where can I find it? Oh, I have it on my website, or I can also provide private tutoring. The online classes is like, but it's self-paced, and the videos are less than 5 minutes, but they go through each of the worksheets, and perfect. I'm looking. Oh, thank you, Casey. You know what? You can DM me. We can talk more about it. I can let you know more about it. It's $20 a month for the videos. It is a subscription base. And so what I do is I go through all of my books. And as I create more books, it will be added to the curriculum. So right now we're at minus tens, and I got to do two-step equations. And then I have, I'm going to do another one. You might want to wait a little bit because I'm going to have another line of classes for adults. If you're looking for the adult version, I have a book that I'm about to publish. I just need to figure out the title for it. But I do have a book. No disrespect, just wanting to move forward. No, I understand. And there's a lot of people that ask that, but I mean, that's what it is. So I do have Abacus. I do have Introduction to Abacus for adults, and I will have online classes for it. I'm planning to do a boot camp as well. I just haven't figured out how many people would be wanting it. So I have to get that ready, and that would be it. Can we learn something other than this? Hi, Danny. No. I only teach Abacus. That's all I do. Would you recommend this for a second grader? I would. What if I'm broke? Then you just stay where you are. I plan to purchase some books. Oh, okay. Yeah, not a problem. Yeah, the books I have, I showed you the books, right? Positioning won't match. I'm sorry. I showed you the books that I have. And I do have, I mean, Tammy would let you know. Tammy, Tammy has my books. So I have it where I'm doing a abacus for adults, and then I have extra books for the kids and stuff. I struggle with all maths. Positions don't match dots if you want to. Yeah, exactly. You're right. So that's the problem. If you use the ones on this right here, then it's hard. You'd have to ignore the dots over here. You'd have to like paint it, I don't know, paint it white of some sort. Thank you so much for the gifts. Thank you, Chaotic. Thank you, Wes. Yeah, you would have to paint it if you want to readjust it. You could do that. Or you could put stickers. It's up to you. Yes, Tammy. Yes, you do. And I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Can you make You can make it with pebbles. You can make it with pebbles. You can make it with pebbles. You can also make it with beads. There's another person that made it out of made an abacus out of beads, and it's fantastic. You know what? You can even use your money. So all you need is 4 pennies and a dime and a nickel, and you can use abacus that way too. Or you can use it out of blocks. Blocks are good too. Yeah, because it's the concept of understanding is it's not necessarily the tool. The tool is nice to have, especially for those kids that are ADHD or ADD. They don't have organization skills, so because it's difficult to organize their mind. Sometimes having the abacus would help because the abacus provides structure and organization. I won't be able to understand. I'm just slow in general. No, no, you're only in unfamiliar. I don't believe people are slow or fast. I believe people are unfamiliar and familiar. If you choose yourself to not familiarize with the abacus, then that's fine. But he said he was broke. That's why I suggest use pebbles. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, either pebbles, yeah, or rocks. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, HG. I would probably use pebbles too. Because that's where it started from. Abacus started from pebbles in Mesopotamia. And then the Chinese came around and made it into a frame. So this is a Chinese abacus, and then the Japanese abacus made it more efficient. So the Japanese abacus is actually more modern than the Chinese abacus. The Chinese abacus has been around for a long time, but they do a lot of counting up. But on the Japanese abacus, we're actually using concepts like how to make a 10 and how to make a 5, which is fantastic, and it's so crazy. So crazy. Yeah, how to make a 10. Yeah. Will I ever need this in the near future? I'm 18. You will, I don't know. You will need it if you ever do math. Yeah, it depends on how you, yeah, exactly. Did you learn abacus as a child? No, I did not. I learned abacus as an adult. I learned it because my dad wanted to open a learning center, and he told my brother and I to learn abacus, and I was like, why? This is crazy. And it turned out to be the greatest thing next to sliced bread. I started going down this path of understanding how to relate abacus to mainstream math. And so it's been very interesting that abacus, it's so funny. Abacus is being introduced either as a special ed accommodation or it's introduced as a enrichment program. It's not used for the it's not directed towards the average people. So I'm here to introduce abacus to the matrix. Depends how you use it. So show is 100. 100 is this. 100. That's what 100 is. So 4 plus 1 is actually 41. Yeah, you're right. So 4 and then 1. You're right. It is 41. You teach it so well. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I struggled with math in elementary school. Oh, thank you so much, Nirvana, for the live, for following. But yeah, that's the thing. Like, I do have books and I do have availability. Also, Casey, just so you know, if you are part of my online class, I do provide office hours on Thursdays, and it's outside of Abacus. It's outside of TikTok. And that's what I provide as a service to my online community. So, okay. So, thank you everybody for joining. Thank you everybody for joining. My name is Lynette, and we are talking about the abacus. True, I've seen it used in special ed, not mainstream. Yeah, right? Funny. My daughter, she was saying she struggles with math. Oh, so I would recommend using the abacus because we can count 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. The top beat is always 5, and then we have 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. Tomorrow is Tuesday. I think I'm going to be on twice tomorrow. I will try to be on. Oh, excuse me. Hold on. Hold please. Tomorrow I'll be on at like 7 or 8 in the morning Pacific Standard Time, or tomorrow at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to try 7. It all just depends. So, because I live on the East Coast, Pacific Standard Time. So I'll try to be, that's the plan. The plan is to be somewhere around 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time or 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Roughly. I will try. Tomorrow is not Wednesday. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Tomorrow's Tuesday because it's only 10:16 right now. Yes, it is only 10:16 right now. See? It is midnight. And I understand that people are in the East Coast, so I try to come a little bit earlier. I try to arrive a little bit earlier. But it all depends. Good night from Texas. Oh, good night. Thank you. Where, what, why? Where, what, why, what? I will try to arrive at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thank you guys for joining. I do appreciate you keeping your mind open.
Now, open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
Thank you for joining. Thank you, Wes, for the roses. Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate it. And I'm hoping that everybody understands how to read the abacus. If you don't, let me know. Let me know if you don't know how to read the abacus. We will do a review. Let's do a review. Oh my gosh. How are we doing? Okay. And that's what it is, right? Wait. I thought you were on the East Coast. I grew up on the East Coast. I actually grew up in Toronto. That was fun. Oh yeah. Thank you, Nirvana. Thank you for being patient. I always wondered how these things worked. Thanks for showing us. Hey, Say. Hello. Yes. Do a review. Okay, let's do a review. All right. So for those of you that are just joining, thank you for joining. On the abacus, we have these beads. These beads are the bottom beads and the top beads. This is the reckoning bar. Anytime the beads are touching the reckoning bar, quiz us. Okay, I'll quiz you after I review. Anytime the beads are touching the horizontal bar, right, this is what's being counted. When we look, none of these beads are touching. When I do this, one bead is touching. That means this is 1. This is 2, 3, 4. All the lower beads, all the bottom beads is a value of 1. Then we have 5. The top bead that's above the reckoning bar, right, is considered 5. It's always a value of 5 no matter what. When I do this, this is not 10. This is 55. It's the 5 that we're worried about, right? When we do 10, 10 is this. That's what 10. 1, 0. 1, 0. When I do 5 and then I had 1, now we have 6. We have 2. We have 5 and 2 is 7. Have a good night. I'll be in touch about the class. Okay, thank you, Casey. Good night. Good night, Tammy. I'll see you later. We have 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. And then 3. 5 plus 3, right? 3, 1, 2, 3. Add the 5. Now we have 8. We have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Add the 5. And now we have 9. So when we're looking, after 9 is 10. 10 is a 1 and a 0. 10 is a 1 and a 0. After 1 and a 0, we have 11. 1 and 1. 12. 1, 2. 1, 2. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and then 20. So, for those of you that just came in, let's see how well you do. I want to be in here. All right, so what number do we have here? These are 2 digits. 2 digits should be easy. Oh, what number do we think that is? $49. Thank you, Abacus. I just arrived. I think I need junior Abacus. Great. 49. You're right. Great. Well done. Well done. So, how do you suggest I start explaining the just start incrementing counting? Just start. Yes. I would suggest just start counting. When you start with the 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you can have blocks, or you can have like items. You can have pens, right? And do a correlation. If I have 3, 1, 2, 3, do 1, 2, and then 3, right? So that number would be what? And then you could talk about how to read the numbers. 57. Well done. Thank you, Nikki Up. 9. Thank you, One Clean Z. Thank you so much for the heart. Yes, 57. 9. It is not 13. The top beat is 5. The top beat is 5. So this is 5 and then 7. 5, 6, 7. 13 looks like this. That's what 13 looks like. Great. So then our next number is this. So we have our 10s and our 1s. What number do we think that is? I've been here for a while and I try to understand, but I just don't. Don't feel that way. 73. 73. 70. 1, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3. Is there a way you can start from the top? When we're looking at the abacus, where am I? I don't have it. I don't have it. Where did I go? Where did I go? Okay, anyways. Oh, here it is. Okay, Maria. We're looking at one column. That's all we're doing. So when I look, that looks like 1. Does that make sense? So we have 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8. Does that make sense? Good. And this is 9. That's it. How do you explain? Wait. After everybody understands how to read the abacus, we can start going into adding and subtracting. So then, the next number is 10s. This is 10. How do I get 10? 1, 0. Just like how we write. 1, 0. That's it. This is 11. This is 12. So what we're doing here is 76. 76. And then that takes us to 73. Sorry, 73. 73 takes me down to here. So when we're looking, what number do you think this is? Yeah. So when you're looking, what number do you think this is? $40. Hello, Apple user. Yes, Giselle, it is 40. Thank you, Apple user 979. Thank you, 9. Low Jack. Thank you, HG. Hello, Robert. How's it going? You're right, it is 40. So 40 takes me to here, and then we go up to here. And then we have our number. We have our tens, and we have our ones. 28. Is this like calculus or something? No. Robert does calculus. 28. Main Street Math Tutoring is calculus if you need help. I don't do calculus. That is above my pay grade. Thank you, Nirvana. Thank you, Giselle. Yes, it is 28. Take you 28. Take me 28. We go all the way over here. There we go. And then we have our next number. I feel like when we're learning binary. You know, I've been told about that. It's very similar to binary, because it's kind of makes sense, right? On off. Because if it's on, then it touches the horizontal bar. If it's off, then it doesn't touch the horizontal bar. Yes, thank you. It is 74. 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. I love teaching calculus. Yes, if you're looking for calculus, Robert is in the room. Please hit him up for calculus because it is above my pay grade. Thank you, Robert, for letting us know who you are. It's funny because I'm in IT and I'm no good with this stuff. Oh, that's okay. What does the top row mean? Top row means the top beat is always 5. Follow him. Yes, follow him. If you want calculus, you follow Robert. If you want algebra, I know a person. Her name is Audrey. I don't think she's here. So, what is number? Yes, right. So the answer to the universe is 42. Well done. Thank you, Apple user. The white bar, yes. My boyfriend says, thank you for teaching us this. Oh, you're welcome, nice tree. How do we know where the abacus started? Is there any number 1? There's a label right here. That's my ones place. My ones place, that's where the ones is. So when we're looking, every column is a place value. That's what it looks like. So we have our ones, our tens, hundreds, thousands, and 10,000s. I'm horrible math. In college trying to do engineering. Oh, hey. That's okay. Take time. Not 50, not 46. Yep. 42. It takes us to this. If you're looking for calculus, Robert, you're still here, right? You got to hit up Robert for calculus. For those of you that are interested in calculus, it is above my pay grade. Would the abacus be able to do other bases? For example, if I want to do a problem with a base... no, I don't think so, Robert, because it's a decimal system. It's only a 10 piece. It's only a 10 placement value. Thank you. Thank you for the checking in. I just bought an 8th grade manual from Amazon. 32. I feel embarrassed. Don't feel embarrassed. Don't feel embarrassed. We're all somewhere. 7. Yes, yes, thank you, Dalton. Thank you. Don't feel embarrassed. We got to start from somewhere. And it depends on how solid your foundation is. That's what it is. Someone's going to be one to be at the top, 2 at the bottom. What? Someone's going to be 1B at the top, 2 at the bottom. I don't know. 2, oh yeah, sorry. 7. Ha! Ha! 7. Yes, you're right. 7. 5, 6, 7. You're right. Thank you, nice tree. Yes, got it. I was a little bit confused. Got it. Yep. So you're right. 7 is the 5, and then 2 at the bottom. You're right. So if this is 9, yes, you're right. Thank you. 7 is 1, top beat. Yes, exactly. Thank you. School system I grew up was very poor, so we didn't really get help like this. Yeah, that's what I've heard. And it's tough. Thank you. Thank you. It is 6, 9. It's not 11. 11 looks like this. That's what 11 looks like. And it's true. I mean, but you're doing good by trying to build a stronger foundation, right? So that's the idea, is to build a strong foundation. You know where your weaknesses are and just build upon it. But we're not, don't be embarrassed though, because you are where you are, and you're just what is it? You're building your foundation better. So we have 30. And then there's TikTok. There's Math Talk. And if you're looking for calculus, Robert's in the room. So for those of you that are interested in calculus, Robert will definitely help you. He goes live every day. Right, Robert? Yes, 31. And he loves talking about calculus. And I'm like, great. Oh my God, I do have a dog. I do have a dog. And what is this number? Random scrolling lives. What's going on? We're reading the Abacus. Thank you, Giselle. Thank you, Dalton. Thank you, Nikki. Yes, it is 32. 32 over here. Yeah. Yeah. Anytime anybody asks for calculus, Robert, I always have to bring you up. You have a few people. Great on counting reps and working out. Yes, it is. It is. Thank you, Apple user. It is 0. It is 0. Easy, right? Simple. Simple to use, easy to understand. So that's what we did. That is what we did. We did my maze. My maze is... that's done. So this whole book is about mazes. We can do 3 digits and we could do 3 digits, and I have a 4-digit maze coming through. But for those of you that are interested, this is what we did. If I can find my book. Is it this one? Yeah, that's what it is. So in the beginning of the book, I actually explain how to read the abacus. So for those of you that are interested, I call it Big Brain Notes, and we talk about 0 to 4, and then we talk about from 0 to 9, and it's just 1 pages. And then here is just learning how to just color, more coloring, and then I talk about how the place values are. So if we look, 28 is a 2 and an 8, just like in the tens, the two 10s and the 8 ones. And then after that, I give you this thing called a mask maze. This mask maze is to help you cover the path. But I noticed that the paper is a little thin, so you have the opportunity to download it, and then you can print it out and put it onto any solid piece of paper. To your liking, I'm using a file folder, and so that's what I do to help block the path, because it's easy to see the answer, right? Because I know that this is 95, then I know it's going to be here, right? So that's why I did this. So I have to be forced to read what the number is. Robert, I'm going to have real examples. I struggle with calculus because of lack of example. Yeah. To answer your question from earlier, I am doing well. I am working on a notebook for calculus and statistics. How am I doing? Oh, I'm doing really well. I'm about to publish my introduction to Abacus for adults. I just got to figure out my whole SEO thing that has to happen. But I'm very excited. And I got a few people that are looking for things. Thank you so much for the heart puff. Nice tree. Yeah. So we're continuing on. So this is the maze, and then I give you, there's like, I don't know, goes all the way to S. And then there's a whole bunch for you to practice. And then I give you this one called the reverse maze. What this means is I give you the path, and you need to tell me what the answer is. So here, this is 54, so you actually have to color in what 54 is. These are actually blank, but because I've already done the book, that's what it looks like. But that's what I did here. So when we're looking, right, you just look at the number and you have to color it in. So that's what I call a reverse maze. I also give you the example. I tell you the instructions how to do it, and then I give you the answers. If you really want to, you can look at the answers. Yeah. All right. So, never seen the abacus, but it's easy to catch on. It is super easy to catch on. It is very easy to catch on. Thank you, Dalton. Thank you for the compliment. But I do believe that it is the greatest thing next to sliced bread. But thank you, everybody, for joining. I am going to head out. It has been late, it has been long, and it has been exciting. Thank you, everybody, for joining, and hopefully that makes a lot of sense. For those of you that are interested, I do have... No problem, I can help you with that. Oh, yeah, good. Oh, man. Thank you. No, thank you, guys. Thank you, guys, for joining. Thank you, guys, for being patient. I do appreciate it. You know, because it's one thing to try to answer, like, 10 people at the same time, as opposed to continuing on. But, yeah, for those of you that are interested, I do sell books. They're available here. They're also available... They are also available over here. My name is Lynette. I've been teaching Abacus for about 20 years now. I do have books available on the Abacus for... Oh, thank you so much for the confetti, Maria. I have books in my TikTok shop. I also have books in my over here. My name is Lynette. I've been teaching for Abacus for 20 years. I already said that. I probably already said that. And then what? We can do depending on how far you get, you could do adding, subtracting, multiplication, and division. But we couldn't get to multiplication because everybody was still stuck on how to read the abacus. So, thank you. You need a Shopify store. I have my own store in my website. Thank you for the tiny diny. I do have that. I learned something new today. Yeah, good. Thank you so much. You need a Shopify store. I have my own store. It is available on my website. Oh my God, when I go addition, when can I go to addition and multiplication? Well, it's up to you. Depends on whether or not you want to. If you want to take a class, I have online classes. I have online classes, or I do private tutoring. But TikTok is all about introducing abacus to the matrix. That's what it is. That's what I use. I'm using TikTok to introduce abacus to the matrix. I hope you heal from the things you don't talk about. Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, and
Welcome to the real world.
so when we're looking, it's not common knowledge, but I'm trying to make it common, so people can understand it. And it's the difference is what, like, we use math manipulatives anyways. Why not use the abacus? So like here, you're very aware, yeah. So like even these are math manipulatives, but this is considered a one-to-one correspondence, whereas the soroban, the abacus, the Japanese abacus, is a concept. So the concept is it also provides critical thinking and analytical thinking. I will need to buy this. Oh yeah, so practical. It is very easy to use. You're speaking cursive to me. Ha! That's very funny. That's very funny. Thank you, Voices by Ruben. Thank you for the GG. Thank you so much for the gifts. That's funny. Like, I know you get the volume from Voria. So, ties. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that make sense? And then we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. That's it. After 10 is 11, 12, 13, 14, and then 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, and then 20. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I am going to head out. I've been on for a little bit, and I am a little tired. I need to get this out the door, and I will see you all in my next live. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I will see you all later. Hopefully, you guys can connect with Robert if you're looking for calculus. All right. Thank you, guys. Have a good night. Bye.